Google would give you something that looks like a choice, but it's not. That's like people say, well, I only have one option. No, if you only have a single thing you can do, it's not an option. There we go. Sea salt. Sea salt. Sea salt. I have to remind myself we're going to lose that video of this one doing loop to loops that I have on Zoom because it's only going to be there probably today and it'll be gone by tomorrow. I'll have to look. Forgot to go out there. That's not unusual for me. What are you doing down there? Hmm?
I'm pretty sure you will be reminded after this meeting by somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. The AI will get me.
Yeah, if it's not too fragmented.
Oh, have to be like Trump. You're fired. Babaloo, you're fired.
Oh no. He's doing such a good job in the chat right now. I forgot to change my name back.
I'm
And
still
not sure if that's possible since there was something written like you have to wait for two weeks to change it again and stuff like that. I don't know what they're doing, but well, it's Babalu again today. So hello and welcome, guys. Our first chatter is already here. It's Lisa Banerjee, so we are happy you can participate today. Cecil is also here. He's certainly very happy to see you.
Hi, Cecil. Hi, Cecil. One of these days you're
He
going to
looks a
talk to
bit
people.
sleepy back there.
See, he was active when he first got in there, but now in here, but now he's just sitting up on the chair. Well, it's the modified two chairs that are now a couch. Amazing what you can do with a circular saw, a drill, and some wire. Right, Cecil? Jasmine has put herself in jail. And Snowball, I had to actually carry him out of his cage on that. He gets his feet locked on the bottom of the cage and he won't come off. So I had to get him to go after that. Then he grabbed a hold of it. Then I got one foot loose and I kept pulling until he finally let the other foot go. Then I tossed him in here with the frisbee and now he's sitting on it. He's such a character. What a good bird.
Yeah, I love how he sits on his frisbee.
What are you doing up there, Shug? Oh,
And
chewing on your
Sugar
foot.
seems to be pretty busy.
Playing with her. She's cleaning her foot. Did you get your foot dirty or are you just doing a regular cleaning there, girl? Hmm?
Looks
Yeah, I thought it would
definitely interesting.
thought it would be good to talk about how to add some extra nutrition to their diet. It's tough with these guys. They get stuck on a certain type of food. I mean, I can give them some things like Nutriberries now and then, which Bob goes nuts if you put those in his cage, but you got to be careful I don't change their diet too much. So You can give them a little special stuff, maybe once or twice during the week, but you don't want to alter their diet too much. That's special stuff now and then. They like it. With cockatoos, once they get addicted to one thing, you gotta be careful. They find something else and it's not there anymore, then they stop eating. Yeah, right? Right? What do you say? Hmm.
So it's like Eleanor is coming. Have you let her in, Dawn?
Have I? Couldn't do that. Okay. You can do that too, though.
Yeah, but the window is already gone, so I guess,
I
yeah.
just no, I just no, it wasn't. I just did it when you asked me that.
So
I wasn't
then,
trying. Wasn't trying. Hello, Eleanor.
we are complete
Hello.
now. Hello.
Has Anne-Marie been fired yet?
Yeah.
No. Or no, Babalu has been fired, but
Oh, Bobby's been fired. Oh, that's too bad.
looks like, but he just resists. He's still in chat, annoying the people.
That's what he does best, being an annoyance.
Yeah,
It looks
Eleanor is
true.
here now, so you can fire me now.
Yeah, so your fragmented, what were they?
Responses,
Fragmented contributions.
fragmented responses.
Yeah, they were not appreciated by the AI summary.
Yeah, I know that was absolutely poor performance, so it's time for me to step back.
Yep.
Actually, because you're a physicist, it would be fractal responses.
That would actually be funny when you go into the um two third no to the yeah two-third dimension or stuff like that.
Or Schrodinger's responses. It's a response, but it's not a response. What are you doing up there? Someone's playing. Chewing on a vine ring. Why am I not surprised? You like those vine rings, don't you? Uh-oh. I know that look. You're gonna put me to work? Is that what you're gonna do?
She noticed that you noticed, and now she wants to come and do something else.
What you doing, Chug? Yeah, I see the look. Are you gonna get closer? I can't stretch that far. Do I look like I have go-go gadget arms or what?
Yeah,
Hey,
Sugar says she is your boss, so put beak padding just on the head of our topic list today.
she hasn't made her mind up to come over yet, though. She sees me holding a phone, pointing it towards her. So
And she seems able to distinguish between meetings and live streams. So when there is a meeting, she's far more likely to come over immediately.
sugar bird,
I wonder how
sugar.
she can tell the difference. That's quite clever.
They're great at visual and auditory clues. So
Do you reckon
I'm
they
not
can tell
sure.
the difference between you using Zoom on your phone and you using FaceTime on your phone?
Yep, apparently, because she
Hmm,
does know the difference.
that's pretty clever.
Probably it just looks obvious to her, but not so obvious to we humans. I said we. That should be obvious to us humans.
So let's say welcome to Falcon Zoo and to Sir Kant, who just joined us. Hello and welcome.
Hello. Hello. Cecil, you can say hello. Say hello. Sugar can say hi. Hi.
It's
No,
more
not
likely
today.
that Cecil bashes the hello in Morse code than actually saying it.
True.
Maybe
I
if
wonder,
somebody said,
as Cecil likes to bash, one certainly could teach him some written.
yeah. I was thinking maybe if somebody sends a really expensive super cat, then maybe that'll motivate him to say it on camera.
There's Cecil. What are
It's
you
a
doing?
Got to perform for the viewers, Cecil.
Cecil. Seesaw. Hmm? Cecil? Hey, Cecil. Hey, Cecil. What a good boy. Are you a good boy? Yes, you are a good boy. What are you doing? You don't have a toy. You don't have a toy. You just want to get petted? That's it? Hmm. Hey. Hey, Cecil. What a bird. What a bird. What a bird. He's so much calmer when his chosen mate isn't in the room. Yeah, aren't you? Hmm? He's happy though that her cage is right next to his now, but she makes you crazy, doesn't she? Yep. She's a bit of a nutcase, that girl. Yeah, they have a good time playing. Her and KK, her and KK, him and KK, they have a good time playing, except when she's in here. KK can ignore her, but she won't let him. She just keeps chasing him around. And then this one goes after her, like, what are you doing? I know she's just a little off, isn't she? She's just a little off, isn't she? Mhm.
Mm. And Cecil, are you likely to say hello? Eleanor tries to trick you into it by sending a super chat. So thank you for that. And Cecil.
Thank you. Say thank you, Cecil. Say thank you. Say
Hello,
hello.
Cecil. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Cecil, say hello. Hard to get an angle on him right now. Oh, nice, Cecil. Hello, Cecil. Hello, Cecil. Yes, right
He's
now he's
in full
trying to,
wellness mode.
he is teaching us a class in hedonism 101. Pat me, pat me. Hard to, I can't hold the camera so I can get you. There we are. Hi, Cecil. Hi, baby. Hi. So what's up today? Huh, Cecil?
It's really relaxing watching Cecil relax.
He's really enjoying it. Being lavished with affection.
Mm.
This is one side of Cecil. He does like his affection, don't you? Don't you, big boy? Mm. Mm. Hi, and welcome to the Cecil Petting Show.
Yeah, we completely missed the title this time. Actually, I think Don wanted to talk about his new chooser, which is coming tomorrow or someday.
Yeah, I used to have a good juicer that I could mix it, all kinds of different juices together and mix into their mash. But a good one is expensive. The cheap ones abound, but they don't work terribly well. Either they don't extract the juice properly, or they don't get that much of it, and they break down. So I got lucky last night. I was inspired just off the cuff to go and look again. Is there one that's a reasonable price? And they had a $300 wall juicer, a masticating kind, which is the best kind, at 79% off with a $20 coupon. You could take off on that. So for $75, you could get a $300 juicer.
Nice.
So that's going to be nice. It should be here shortly. But then you can put a lot of stuff in there that normally it would be tough to do. I mean, you can cook up beets, but the problem is that when you mix it in their mash, it changes the color so much. But you can put a little bit of that kind of thing into the juicer, and it won't change the color of the mash as much. Plus, you can just throw together all kinds of fun stuff in there, rutabagas, turnips, all that kind of stuff that they won't eat them. They're not eating any turnips if you put them in there, or rutabagas. But if you put the juice in there, you're going to get it anyway. So there's a lot of different stuff you can throw in there. And celery for flavor. I put celery in there. You cook it up, but it doesn't add that much flavor. But when you add it as a juice, it adds more flavor. There's a lot of extra vitamins they can get, and these are not animals that get much fiber. They don't seem to need much fiber. Okay, you're gonna face that way. I'm gonna turn the camera this way. There we go. And there's KK. And right there. I think there's the head. There's the head. There's a KK head. So juicers are good. If you get a decent one that what they call the masticating type, it's going to take most of the juice out. You'll be left with a dry pulp, almost dry coming out. But you can add that to soups and other things that you might make for yourself now that it's getting to be that time of year. So you can get the fiber. They tend to throw fiber off. If you give them brown rice, they'll discard the kernel on the brown rice to get to the center of it. So they don't seem to need much fiber in their diet. Well, hey, you can't do it that way. No, That's where you start. If you want to go see him, go in there. Go on. He tends to bite through canvas if there's a bird in there. So if you get him in there with the other bird, it's not a problem. But
In their man cave together.
yeah,
That's so sweet.
exactly. Silly birds. Oh, they dragged wood back down there too, so they actually have wood to chew in there. Jasmine, I see that eye opened over there. Are you half awake now or what? So if you get a good juicer, you're just going to add juice to the whatever you mix up. You just add it to their mash. It's good with fruit too, because these guys, if you give them fruit, they show no interest. But if you juice up a little bit and mix it into their food, they'll get some. Most of their nutrition comes from the pellets, but nonetheless, it's nice to get some extra vitamins, minerals, and other cofactors into their diet. You gonna go to sleep? Is that why you're doing that? Just doing a little beak rubbing there.
Just for the protocol, it's not Anne-Marie who is going to sleep.
Was it
No,
sugar dozing off?
Jasmine, she's actually
Uh-huh.
she's nodding her head a little bit now.
That's typical.
Oh, she was running all over the place. She usually comes in here, does her song, and runs around a little bit, and then she goes. About the time we're ready to go live, she's somewhere going to sleep.
Yeah. It's never
Well,
more than half awake in a meeting.
there's one simple method to get her awake. Dawn just needs to go in the room nearby and come back 10 seconds later, and they are all awake, wide awake.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to leave, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get your beak petted? That's a rarity. Oh, she's grinding her beak, so she's trying to sleep with her eyes open. What are you doing up there?
She's at least comfy. Maybe she also watched Cecil being comfy, and now she's comfy as well.
Yeah, the picture I had of the cockatoo that's a bodybuilder is, it says I'm a juicer because that actually goes back to Fight Club when Meatloaf, he says I was a juicer, but that meant something quite different. That was taking steroids, but these guys, they can use that little extra bit of nutrition. So it's something you can add. Everybody wants to add something. Well, that's something you can put into their food that will definitely be good for them. Just make sure you don't put something like asparagus or rhubarb or anything like that in there, but make sure you check your list of what's safe. Another thing that I've had a friend of mine who happens to be in Europe been giving to her birds for a while is sprouts. I've tried it before and I couldn't get them to eat it. That's no excuse. You keep offering it, eventually they'll eat it. But I've discovered that if you sprout, I've discovered if you sprout mung beans in a jar, they don't like the roots, even to look at them. So you have to break the roots off before you give it to them. Or you need to get yourself a flat tray to sprout. I tried at first with these jars, and that's okay on alfalfa. It doesn't really bother them. They'll eat the alfalfa sprouts that way. The roots aren't really evident, but when you give them something, you give them something like mung beans and the roots are showing. So the flat trays are better. And so I found a company that has they have 4 different seeds in there, and they all sprout the same amount of times. You got alfalfa and radish. I checked all this. The radishes are, radish sprouts are fine. Pretty much almost all of the sprouts that you could do are fine. Just be sure you check to make sure. Um, there's clover in there, and there's one other I can't think, but they like those because if you sprout them in a tray, just don't you have to wet them. So use a spray bottle to spray them so that the roots stay down. And be sure if you buy trays, if you're going to do small seeds like that, which are the best, I think, you need to get either trays that have tiny little holes in them, or you need some of them provide a sheet. The ones I bought have a sheet that you lay in there, which you can then put the seeds on. So once you've soaked them for, I don't know, anybody here makes sprouts, but the way you make sprouts, in case you don't know, is usually soak the seeds for 8 to 12 hours. It depends on the seed. And then you dump the water out and you rinse them and you dump that water out and you let them sit for a couple of days until you start to see a little bit of sprout coming up. And then you put them somewhere where they get indirect sunlight. And for most seeds, it's 5 to 6 days. And then you've got sprouts that they can eat. So I experimented for a while and I found out that to get them so they grow straight up and you don't have them growing in all different kinds of directions, your best bet is to just spray seeds in a tray. Just take a fine mist and spray them till they're wet. And also, you have to clean them off. So you want to spray them pretty good. And these sprouting kits come with there's a tray that catches the water, then there's a tray with the little seed holes in it. Some of them have that little fine mesh paper in there too that you can put the seeds on. So you put them in that bottom tray, the one that doesn't have any holes in it, and you soak them, and then you rinse them off and put them on the tray that has the little holes in it, and then just keep spraying them about every 4 to 6 hours. They'll go okay overnight without being sprayed, but when you get up in the morning, spray them again. Then you get a whole tray of frisbees. No, a whole tray of sprouts. 2 tablespoons of seed will cover it. The average seed tray, which is like about a 9 by 13 inch tray. What are you doing? It's similar to the size that you would have if you had like a baking pan to make banana bread or something like that. But most of the packages don't tell you how much to use, so don't overdo it. In a jar, one of those mason jar types of deals with got the grates on top, 1 tablespoon of seeds is about all you need. In these big trays, you want 2 tablespoons. Costs about $10 for a seed mix, and if it's just for your bird, it'd probably last you 6 months. I don't. With as many birds as I have, they last a bag like that lasts about 3 or 4 months. And don't expect them. Are you going to play with that anymore, or are you done over there? Snowball, 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 snowball. Hey, snowball, snowball, snowball. Yeah, I see you moving your tongue. You're listening to me. What's going on? And the sprouts are good. I mean, they're quite nutritious, and they have more moisture in them than what you usually give them. So if you can get them to eat some sprouts, then you can get a little more moisture into their system. The big mystery when you make sprouts, when you think about it, is you have this tiny little seed, and then you give them nothing but water, and yet they grow to be 3 inches tall. So there's the mystery. How can they possibly do that with nothing else to grow with? It's because there's carbon dioxide in the air. And they take the carbon and they grow with it. Just like any other plant, they're going to turn the carbon dioxide into oxygen, release the oxygen, and then they're going to grow from it. Right, Snowball?
Mhm.
Oh, he's gone to a different frisbee now. Snowball. You don't want me to watch you? No?
Maybe.
Do we reckon Snowball is a dimber and likes to make protein shakes in his juicer?
I
I
remember,
think
well,
so.
I was doing that kind of thing in a blender when I was a bodybuilder many, many years ago, back in the Cretaceous period. I'd make up 3 or 4 of those. I drank probably a gallon of mixed shakes a day to keep my weight up. What are you doing up there? I can't get your attention. Maybe I can get these two. Whoops. What are you doing? Oh, that's a tail. Ah, no, that's got to be Cecil. Cecil's the one that nips at you when you do this. You, hey, hey. Easy, easy, you two. What's going on under there? What's going on? Hi. Hi, Cecil.
No fighting in the man cave.
Yep.
Mm,
Is KK
he's very-
okay?
Oh, he wasn't going after KK. He went after me for
Yeah,
disturbing him.
but I wonder what KK is doing.
Just digging,
He's
playing.
digging. Okay.
What's up, Cecil? What's up? Hmm?
Bad luck. Mr. Cecil. Do you have something to say for the Mr. Snowball?
Hello.
You are super well-behaved birdies today.
Hello. Hi, KK.
I wonder why Lucy hasn't come over yet, since when there is not much trouble, she usually comes more early.
Yep, she's just sitting up there.
Comfy today.
Yeah, there's all kinds of sprouts you can give them, but with cockatoos, probably if you're feeding any other parrot other than a cockatoo, they're going to probably try them the first day. Lorelei did, and Bob tried them the first day, but Cecil was next, and the other ones here, I can see when they're gone, so they do eat them, but I haven't actually caught them eating them. And I give them a big variety of food. So they have their mash, they have their birdie bread I make for them, and edamame, and pinto beans, and some black beans. And then they have their sprouts. And I'll finally be able to give them some juice in their mash too. Not like they're missing anything, but there are a lot of essential minerals in juicing. So And there are two in the sprouts. So, and then of course, if you have any left over after a couple of days, you can throw them in your salad, so they don't have to go to waste. Make yourself a salad and throw a bunch of sprouts on it. Unless you're like, I knew these people that I used to buy when I could get to Costco, which is an hour and a half from here, so we're not doing that. But they had flour tortillas that were refrigerated and they weren't cooked. And I mentioned that I had flour. They were people I knew at the time that I had some flour tortillas and I was going to make some quesadillas, right? And they're looking at me like they aren't cooked. No, just have to throw them in the pan. They didn't know that you could actually cook a tortilla. So for some people it may seem strange to grow your own sprouts and then eat them, but I mean, where do you think the other ones come from? Brings to mind another funny story that there was a lady I worked with who I don't remember how it happened, but somebody was passing around her birth certificate, a picture of her birth certificate, and it said baby girl. That was her name, baby girl, because they couldn't decide what they were going to call her. But I was at a dinner with her and her boyfriend, and her boyfriend had gone out and he trapped lobsters right off the coast, because this is right off the coast, Oceanside in San Diego. And she takes a bite of it and she goes, "Oh, this tastes just like store-bought." And I asked her dad about that because I actually, he was one of my clients. I asked her dad about it. And he goes, "Oh, she's strictly hand to mouth," meaning that, hey, you're not going to eat the tapestry. What started you on this? No eating the tapestry. So it doesn't have to be in a package to be good. Okay, you can grow your own sprouts. No. How dare I tell you no? No. What has got you started on this?
Well, the tapestry is really tasty. And Cecil, it looks green and juicy. And we have just Jocelyn Trickle who joins us. So hello and welcome, Jocelyn.
Hello, Jocelyn. And the thing about sprouts is that they're easy to make. I mean, I've seen the prices on these things in the store, and it's ridiculous. Like a little tray of sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, will cost you a couple of bucks, and for $10 you can buy a pound of the seeds, and that'll, if you were just going to eat them, it would last you 4 to 6 months, depending on how many salads you ate. So it isn't expensive. But when you buy them in the store, and all they're doing is, they have a facility that runs water over them, and then for 8 hours or so, and then lets them dry for a bit. Drains the water off, and it's a really simple procedure and to produce these things, and they just package them. So if you can make it yourself, how did you drop it? Did you mean to drop it? I think you did. I don't think it's going to make a difference if I hand it to you. You're going to throw it down again, aren't you? Nope. Okay, you didn't mean to drop it then.
Jocelyn says that she is glad that Don isn't in the way of Milton. Is that another storm?
Oh, it must be. Yeah. I think of Milton and I think of,
Yeah, when I Google Milton, there comes Hurricane Milton, Florida. No, Milton, Florida. But there's also a hurricane.
Well, if it's a terribly bad hurricane, it'll be easy to remember because if you've read any Milton, it's pretty depressing and stuff. Um, Paradise Lost, that kind of thing. But you know, I see some clouds out there, but the hurricanes don't usually get close to us. There's mountains between us and hurricanes all the way around, so sometimes we'll get weird weather. But might rain for 5 minutes or something. What we call rain here, which isn't much. What are you doing back there? You little beggar? No, he never begs. Well, he begs for you to play with him. So it's kind of fun to try. I mean, you can buy some sprouts. If anybody's interested, I can tell you the name of I can't think of it now, but the name of the company I buy the sprouts from. You can get them from, you can buy from them, but it's actually just about the same price to buy from Amazon if you have Amazon Prime, if you're not paying for freight. If you're one of those people who buys from Amazon once every 2 months, then you're going to have to pay freight. Probably cheaper to buy from the company. But the salad greens are probably best because you get 4 different types of green in there. Drag the interest of your bird. We've only been on sprouts for what, about 6 months. Took me about 2 months to figure out the best way to grow them. Growing them in trays is definitely better, easier. Just need a spot on the windowsill somewhere. And I have something it's actually over where in the area I call the Audrey twos, as I have plants that have taken over the wall. And like the movie, Little Shop of Horrors. So I lean them up against the window and the pots the plants are in. And that way they get indirect light. When you're in the desert, it's one of the only ways you can grow something is inside like that. What are you doing? You don't want to get petted? That's rare. Or you don't believe I'm going to pet you? Which is it? Sugar.
Mhm.
Snowball's having a good time.
Yeah, back there in the corner.
I wonder if anybody who's in the chat room actually grows sprouts for their birds, but
Well, if anybody has done it and wants to post it in chat, you are free to write there, ask questions. We will put them further to Dawn.
it's simple to do, and you can get the ones I get are heirlooms, so they're not modified. The company I get them from has the unmodified seeds, so you don't have the GMO seeds. Not that I'm totally against modification, but the thing is
I know
sometimes
that
when they're
my
more
mom has grown them and we ate them. As a child, I loved sprouts on my butter bread.
yeah, they are good on bread. No, there's no question about it. I think it tastes better than lettuce, to be honest. And it's more nutritious than most lettuce. Sure is tough to get these guys to try new things, though.
Yeah, cockatoos are special. I guess with my budgies, I wouldn't have any problems.
Oh no, I'm sure the brown. Well, maybe you never know. Well, they're green, so if they came up purple, you might have a problem. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't grow
Sometimes
anything.
with berries, they look like, oh, what's that? Looks dangerous, but um, with the greens also, I never had problems. They get different salads depending on the time of the year. So most what they get is directly fresh from our garden, so that we know it's safe.
I'll put some pictures up later of the sprouts.
Yeah,
Um,
that'll certainly be cool.
and the different kind of containers and things that you can use for alfalfa. If you're just going to do alfalfa sprouts, you can do those in the jars. But if you want to do anything else, I really suggest doing it on the flat trays. And the darn things don't cost much. I think I paid $15 for a set, and that's, I mean, I got enough sprouts when I get one batch to last 5 days. So you make a batch and then you start another one, and then when that's gone, you eat what's left, and then the new batch is there. So this one has finally started eating them. I'm surprised she did, but she did start. Hey, what are you doing, KK the bird? KK bird. Ah, silly boy. Hi, KK. Hi, KK.
So yesterday, KK was a chatterbox. We are not quite sure what he chattered about since it was in his elderly man voice, and we just caught some words, but it was funny to listen. KK bird.
He seemed very intent about it. So I'm sure it was something he cared about, but unfortunately, we could not respond in kind because we did not understand.
Yep.
I'll have to use a higher quality recording device on his voice. I've got some I use for doing video and that kind of thing that are battery operated. It doesn't mean they were cheap. I've had them a long time, but I've got the H4A zoom, and let's see if I can catch what he's saying. When he's one of his talking to me, let's turn it on and record him. You doing in there, boy, huh? Something to think about, though, just adding a little juice to their food and then adding some sprouts in there. I trick them with the sprouts, though. When I first started giving them sprouts, I put, whoops, the ones I know eat the edamame, I put the edamame on top of the sprouts. So while they were eating the edamame, they were also likely to get a little bit of sprouts. Try it. That's my ear. I don't want you up there. No, no, you're not going to hit my ear with that. You're not? Well, you will if you're up there. I know. You want to go up there. I know. All right. All right. Do what you want. Mm, oh boy. You're a good bird. You can go on my shoulder if you want. Go ahead. Go on. Yourself. Oh, he's gonna do his bubblegum thing. They can make their own bubblegum. I'll see if I can put a little bit of an article I put together up too on the advantages of sprouts and juicing for parrots. Okay, I'll put that on. I might be able to get it under a picture on YouTube. They keep screwing around with it, so I'm not sure how much I can put up there, but I can do that on Patreon, and I can also do that on Telegram. We're limited on Discord. They don't let you post that much. And why they would limit how much text you can post is hard to understand. But text does not take up much actual hard drive space. So but they limit you to, I think, 4,000 characters. What are you doing down there? Don't ask? Okay. I'm not asking. KK. KK.
Okay.
Sea salt. You're going to play with your gum again? Okay. Almost time to wake up over there, Jazz.
Yep. You can go up.
Almost.
Say hi to us, Jazz. Doing a Jasmine song, running around in circles.
I'm pretty excited to get that juicer for them. I mean, like I say, my teeth are mostly ornamental, so it'd be good for me too. But the main thing is to get some varieties of different things in their juice that they won't eat. Some of the roots, like turnips and that kind of thing, that they won't. Rutabagas, they won't eat them. So.
Yeah. What a pity that there is not an apple juicer. And I mean the brand Apple.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean like eye juice?
I choose.
Mm. Yep.
Yep.
Well, if there
Instead of
was, it would
diet.
be. If there was, it would be $1,200. You know, that's the one. The other thing. It would probably be the best one out there, but it would be, instead of being 600 for being the best, it would be 1,200. Although that's not true on the phones anymore. I mean, the phones are. I mean, pretty much you buy from any brand, you're still going to pay about the same amount you would for an iPhone. So. So if you decide you want to try different kinds of sprouts or different kinds of veggies that you want to juice, you can just ask. I'm pretty sure the earlier version of Chat GPT, that's the free one online, can answer those questions for you. I know the 4.0 that you have to pay for will definitely answer those questions, but saves you a lot of time. You can also say, can you give me a website? It's written by a veterinarian that says that these are okay, and then it'll give you the website so you can confirm it. But apparently most sprouts are just harmless. Most. Once they turn into plants, that might be different. I doubt that tomato seeds would be safe, but radish is, and the radish is in the onion family, but it doesn't develop until they actually produce the radish itself. They don't produce oxalic acid, which is the problem for parrots. They can't have the oxalic acid. And they can eat a tomato, but they can't eat the tomato vine. Neither can we, actually. It'll make us sick. Hey, baby. But if anybody tries this out, let me know how it works out for you guys. And I'll put up some pictures and some information on it so that you can, for the members anyway, I'll put up the information. pictures and information on doing the sprouting and the juicing, right? If you're doing the juicing, you won't want to give them the pulp, but you can use it in your own cooking. So they're not much into fiber. So they use these beaks to take off anything on the outside. Don't you? Don't forget to check out our link tree, and that has our links to Patreon, to YouTube, to Discord, our website, and to our merchandise. Would be nice if we could get sprouters with some. I'm sure we have glasses though for juicing. You can get we have mugs, so you could put the juice in the glowy mugs, right?
Mm. Do we have a mug for each birdie? I think we do. We've got some sort of merch for each birdie.
Guess I can put up a basic how-to sprout as well. What nutrition is involved in doing both of these, and also how to do these things would not be bad. So I'll put that up for the members on Patreon and on YouTube, Telegram as well.
You can find all the links in the link tree to our website, our social media, merch, whatever you search about the Chloe Sanctuary, you have a shortcut over the link tree.
And for those who don't know what Linktree is, it's a service that anybody can use if you have a bunch of multiple places you want to send people. You just put the links up there, and that way they can go to that one spot, and from that one spot they can get to wherever you need to go. That's what Linktree does. So it's just a convenient spot, so you don't have to go to our website and hunt down a page that'll show you all the links. You can just go there. So Cecil says, you need to update that website someday. I know, but I'm too busy with you, Cecil.
Then we send wing hugs to all the people who are affected by the obvious next bad hurricane hitting the States.
Yep. I hope you all stay safe.
Definitely. You got to stay safe.
It's scary out there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the government isn't doing much to help with that. So you have to try to help each other. Right, Cecil? Thank you, Amy, and actually Babalu and Eleanor for your assistance. You sound a little funny, a little fragmented there, Babalu, but
Don't say that.
Becca.
That's that. Becca. Yeah, there you go. It's that's an inside joke, isn't it, Cecil? Isn't it, KK? Lucy's still asleep. Thanks everybody for being here. We will see you on Wednesday. Bodenstock, Mittwoch.
Yep, and thank you, Don, for the stream, and see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.